Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is January 15th, and on today's podcast, we'll be covering the decodings of President Trump's tweets from yesterday when the world champion Clemson Tigers came to visit him in the White House yesterday. He had a giant spread of fast food delights for them. He is obviously sending a message to the deep state, and we will get into that later. But guys, a lot of speculation coming out from these tweets yesterday from Jordan Sather, from Lisa Mae Crowley, from a lot of Anons on 8chan. And, I've kind of compiled it all together to bring to you. I hope you find it informative. But also use discernment because, again, this is we're trying to decode tweets that are obviously being messaged to operators, white hats, fellow Q members of the QAnon team and of the alliance, rather. And I think what we are looking into is really special, that we actually get intel, an inside look at what's going on through their messages back and forth, their codings to each other. But before we get into any of that, would you please go ahead and click the bell on my channel so when I post, you will get the notification. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So, like I said, a lot of speculation coming out about what was being done yesterday. Why was it fast food? Obviously, he's a multi-billionaire. He's not just getting fast food for the hell of it. He can afford catering, whatever he wants to do. I know he says that it was because of the government shutdown, but please, this guy, our president, President Trump, is worth so much money. He's obviously sending a message to the deep state, and I'm loving every minute of it. And along with that, he's also trolling the media and the left to no extent. It's amazing. So we see here, Joe M says he is trolling Obama about the $60,000 worth of hot dogs. Actually, it was $65,000 worth of hot dogs delivered early in the morning to the White House. Hunter Walker says, here's a video I shot of President Trump showing off his 300 hamburgers. And I'll leave that in the description box below if you want to check out that video. It's all over the internet. We see the tweet from Trump. It says, great being with the national champion Clemson Tigers last night at the White House. Because of the shutdown, I served them massive amounts of fast food. I paid, he says, over 1,000 hamburgers. So we see here, obviously, he is sending us a code. A lot of people who aren't in the know of what's going on, he definitely has to send codings out either as part of the Q team on 8chan, as Q+, or he does it through his Twitter, and even within hand gestures when he's at rallies or in press conferences or cabinet meetings. There's a lot of signaling going on, so always be aware of what they're doing. It's good to be have your eyes wide open when watching these sorts of things. So exactly, he says hamburgers. Within 1 hour, it was all gone. Great guys and big eaters. So the first thing that comes to my attention is fast food, both capitalized. Obviously, this should not be capitalized. So what is capitalized? Obviously, it is the FF. And we all know what FF stands for. If you don't know, it stands for false flag. And hamburgers. Why? Obviously, that's supposed to be hamburgers, but we will get to that here shortly. This is what he retweeted, or not retweeted, but he sent out another tweet correcting his misspelling. He says here, great being with the national champion Clemson Tigers last night at the White House. Because of the shutdown, I served them massive amounts, again, capital letters, fast food. I paid. Over 1,000 hamburgers, corrected, etc. Within 1 hour, it was all gone. Great guys and big eaters. So we will scroll down to here. Check this out. Birders to burgers, EUDG. So there is a switch up there, obviously. And we go to the deltas, the timestamps is 11:11 to 7:58. So we see here 7:58 a.m. to 11:11 a.m. and the difference is 313. So you're thinking to yourself, why 313? Why is that significant in any way? And then you can go to qmap.pub and pull up post 313, and wouldn't you have it, it comes up renegade. A person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles they always knew. Renegade, and we know that was Barack Obama's basically his nickname. That's the name a lot of presidents are given. They're all given code names, right? And his was Renegade post 313. So that is why it is so significant. Very, very amazing. I just can't. It gives me chills every time I look at that. That is so cool. And then we go to birder. Remember, he said hamburger instead of hamburger. And what that is, from the Urban Dictionary, a thing or person who is on the level below the devil and commits acts that the devil would consider evil. So, obviously, we can think of the Podesta emails and the use of words like pizza, cheese pizza, hamburgers, walnut sauce, all these sorts of things. Just look into the FBI code words of these key words, right? And that is why Barack Hussein Obama, at I believe 1 a.m. in the morning, ordered $65,000 worth of hot dogs. I believe that is code word for little girls. I believe it's either little girls or little boys. And absolutely disturbing, guys. We can continue. This is what I was trying to tell you. From WikiLeaks, Obama spent $65,000 on pizza, hot dogs for private party. This doesn't make any sense, everybody. So it says here, in reference to getting ready for the Chicago Hot Dog Friday, I think Obama spent $65,000 of the taxpayers' money flying in pizza dogs from Chicago for a private party. Does that make any sense to you? If you are not aware of what this means, that must shoot up red flags to you. As like, why? That doesn't even make any sense. Why would you do that when there are plenty of hot dog places, pizza places within the District of Columbia? Why fly $65,000 worth of hot dogs in from Chicago? Doesn't make sense. Use your thinking. Use logical thinking, everybody. It's sick. And we can see here, I wanted to show you this, some more signaling. The giant spread of food, and we see 5, and we all know what that means, loud and clear. So, again, referencing back to the fast food, false flag. I believe that he is saying loud and clear that he is telling either the white hats or he's trolling the deep state, saying that I'm well aware, 5, I'm totally aware. I've been warned of a false flag. President Trump goes to Louisiana. He went to Texas to the border. And then he goes directly right back to the White House. No one is working in the White House. He's just in there. It's almost like it's his castle. He's being safeguarded in there because of potential false flags. I'm sure either the deep state is tried to get him near the border in Texas or in Louisiana or mid-flight. We all know about the rogue missiles being shot from subs. A lot going on there. So just be aware of all the signaling, right? All the signaling is very important. So again, 5, and just find that to be very telling. So we see here right up front, Wendy's. And guys, this may sound crazy to a lot of people, and this may look like reaching, but it's really not. All the signals that we get from Trump and Q and Anons, it's all there. It's meant to tell him, it's meant to tell us that he's well aware that we're watching this and that we are all rising in consciousness and understanding that this is all a movie. This is what it is, guys. This is not being delusional. This is an actual thing that's taking place in front of us. So we see here Wendy's, and we go to April 20th, Wendy, and we see, I went over this, is a young girl that is always with Barack Obama. as we know, is a definite pedophile. And Anon say, holy crap, he's been diddling her since she was 10 years old. Right here, Barack Obama announced my gal Maggie Nix was 10 and Obama didn't have a speck of gray. Surreal. Yes, we can. She goes by the name of Maggie, but with Hussien, she goes by Wendy. Open source Q. This is from a Q post, guys, so you know, there's a lot of validity there. We can see here some more posts. This is from April 21st. Maggie showed with Hussien. POTUS, Wendy, POTUS, Maggie, focus, confirmation, coincidence, learn our communications. Communications, learn our comms. Then we can scroll down here. The Clinton campaign office wrong or rightly saw Maggie Haberman as their pet. As this internal email published by WikiLeaks makes clear, coincidence, think Wendy coordinated the awakening. Every detail accounted for, every scenario planned for. Enjoy the show, Q. And we now see Maggie Haberman coming back up in the news with her correlation and connection with John Podesta. Obviously working for Politico and the New York Times, both failing miserably. It's very strange, guys. A lot of coincidences here, and pretty incredible. Now the media can complain, and Trump can ask the media to explain why Obama spent $65,000 on pizza and hot dogs from Chicago at 1 a.m. in the morning. Unbelievable. And I have a question regarding this. If you guys could put it in the comment section below. Is Maggie Haberman Wendy? Is that what we're telling each other? Is this the communication? Is that she's just been diddled since she was 10 years old and now she works with Podesta or connections with Podesta? Is that what that's telling me? That is unbelievable. And guys, that is the decodes for today. I wanted just to share that with you very quickly because it kind of blew my mind and I wanted to get it out to you to make it make sense to you. I will be doing two more podcasts this evening, and I will be releasing them one in the morning and then one in the afternoon. Guys, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. You can also, if you wouldn't mind, you can go to my PayPal or Patreon and donate in the description box below. The link is in there. And guys, I hope you are having a wonderful evening. Please be kind to one another, love one another, and let's keep winning. I will talk to you soon. Good night.